Hello there. Well, after a week of the ceasefire, it seems that things have not de escalated, at least not here in America. Now, Jews are being attacked on the streets, being harassed. Los Angeles, New York, Miami, South Florida, different areas. And as much as some people may be against this, I stand for Israel. Um, you know, to the winner goes the spoils. If people didn't believe that, then America should still only be 13 colonies. Um, all the wars with the Native Americans and stuff. Not saying it's right, but that's how history goes. It's throughout history, no matter what conflict. And Israel's shown time and time again they're not going to be pushed around. They've been in several major wars since their beginning in 1948. First, the Arab-Israeli War when they became a nation. And a lot of people don't realize that in the 50s and 60s, they're actually dealing with a Palestine insurgency. Now, mind you, these Palestinians were supposed to be living in the West Bank and other cities, but apparently they wanted all of Israel. Um, and they were put down. And then, of course, everybody's familiar with the Six-Day War. Now, one thing history has taught us is don't mess with Israel. They came in the underdog, and they had about, from what I did research, about roughly about 1,000 troops that were killed, 4,500 wounded, compared to 10 to 15,000 enemies that were killed, not even counting the wounded, and they only deployed about 100,000 troops compared to the other nations that deployed about 240,000 troops. Then a war of attrition, which you really don't hear, but that happened after the Six-Day War for about 3 years. Egypt was a main contender, trying to get the Sinai back. That really didn't do much. Yom Kippur War is the next one you hear about, and yeah, they had about, I think they deployed roughly close to 400,000 troops, Israel did, compared to 900 to a million troops against several nations. And again, when you look at the death tolls, about 2,800 estimated dead on the Israel side compared to about anywhere from 8,000 to 18,000. They don't have a clear number, but yeah, so everybody's surprised that Israel will, when someone throws rockets at them, they'll come and attack. You gotta realize these people survived a person that tried to commit genocide against them. They're not going to be put in the same situation again. So everybody want to complain about it, but I don't see any protests going on for the protection of Jewish Americans. In fact, Black Lives Matter, who's supposed to be against racism, put their support against the Palestinians, who, if everybody remember videos from 9/11, laughed when the World Trade Center went down. And mind you, World Trade Center had people from all ethnic groups in there. And they don't realize that the Palestinians don't care what color Americans are. They just want to see Americans dead. At least the terrorist organizations. So, with that being said, I'm always going to put my support behind Israel when it comes to their survival. I know I might lose friends because of this, but oh well. Don't shoot rockets at Israel and you won't have any problems.